I really didn't know that. They throw it to the plate. Sometimes it counts, sometimes it doesn't.
All right, ready to get underway. Now it's the shortstop, Kyle Farmer.
My friend messaged telling me how much she loved the Lonely Island and Andy Samberg, so I sent her the Genji clip.
Foul ball there.
Ooh, self-burn. Those are rare.
And here comes.
I love that scene. Ooh, self-burn. Those are rare. And she just looks at him like, fuck you.
Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Fires
Out of your sex tape.
One out in the top of the first. Here's Tommy Pham.
Out of your sex tape.
And he swings and
Ew, that's
misses
gross.
the
Out of your sex tape.
offering. One down, base is empty. And down.
Woo, got somebody looking.
Nice efficient start to the afternoon.
The sex tape.
That's 2 out. And the batter now is Joey Votto. First pitch, and he just
Hi,
misses.
the crowd. Boo!
He swings and fouls one off. No score, just getting started. Top of the first. Next pitch misses outside, and it's 2-1.
This player is amazing. Their mother died when he was 6 years old, and his father was in prison for 22 years.
Next offering is downstairs. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Boog, do you think you could
He had 15 brothers and sisters. Had to walk uphill both ways in the snow.
I think that if they gave the pitcher a false scouting report on me, yes, I think I could draw a walk. Votto, the runner at first with 2 gone.
I mean, nobody really watches it. Well,
In the dirt.
basketball is like the first round. That's about it.
The tag, and that's out number 3, inning over. Welcome back. Second inning set to go. Down
Yeah, but you actually know who those players are. Most people. Same with baseball.
Just in for a strike, and that's strike 1. Fouled off. He was late.
Because you watch the Frozen 4. That's about it.
Here comes the pitch.
Oh, I know in basketball or Luka.
That one in the dirt. Got him. One away on the strikeout.
Well, maybe approaching this at bat with a bit too much.
Most people aren't
determination.
disciplined like you.
Sometimes you just gotta let the game come to you.
We swing at everything.
Aristides Aquino now. First offering.
What is his name? Aristotle? What the hell's his name? Aristides Aquino. I thought it said Aristides. No, it's who I'm playing. It's who I'm pitching against. It's for the Reds.
Second inning here, no score.
No, they have like 40 minutes left until the draft.
Swing and a
This guy's
miss.
really name is Aristides, and when he pronounced it, I really thought he said Aristides. And he got caught looking too.
Strikeouts. Digging in, Colin Moran.
Oh, there's a beard guy. We can add him to the team.
Right-handed pitching. The lefties, however,
What position does he play? Third base. I don't think we have. Oh, Killebrew. No, we'll put Killebrew at first. Got our outfielders.
next offering is fouled back.
Need our catcher though. Oh, he just lined one up the middle.
That's a
Watch your lips.
loser. Base hit.
You we didn't draft Cole Strange out of Chattanooga.
So 2 down. Here's the second baseman, Alejo Lopez. And that's in there for strike 1. Next pitch is outside.
I mean, you guys lost Tooney 2 years ago. You have to replace him, don't you?
Line, and that's a base hit.
He went to a winner.
They stopped the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. Here's Aramis Garcia. Swings through that one. 0-1. Comes up empty
I know where this
on
is
the
going.
swing. 0-2 now. And a swing and a miss.
Are those actual players, or are they just making up words? I thought they were doing like I do with beers and beards.
Well, here we go. Top of the third. Scoreless game. And now the pitcher, Vladimir Gutierrez. That's in there. Strike 1. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, he's gotten ahead with 2 pitches.
Chiefs just
down in
signed him,
the
too.
zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away,
Yep.
he can add velocity, he can subtract.
They didn't. They got Coleman, the guy from the Browns,
Next pitch in the dirt. And that
who hasn't
is
played in like
ball
3
one.
years, and Josh Gordon.
On the ground. And
Josh Gordon's gonna break out this year to his old self.
next one misses.
Wow, no.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. And there's 1 down. Kyle Farmer up to the plate now.
Ooh, strikeout looking. They're rare.
That one's in there, 0-1. Slow roll into first. It's through.
My current one is don't allow a run and strikeout 7.
Man at first with 1 gone. Next to hit, Tommy Pham. He's 0 for 1. First offering misses the mark. Next offering is in for a strike. 1-1.
I actually used my bucket last night for the first time in I don't know how long.
Little chopper rolls foul.
Yep.
Pitch.
I was chugging. At one point, I got knocked over while drinking a beer, so I was just flopping everywhere. I'm like, oh, drink. Damn it. Fuck. I picked up that bottle. Shit. Oh, I'm down again. I'm like, I'm just going to hide behind this dumpster and just eat food and just drink like the whole beer.
The 0-2. And a swing and a miss.
Oscar, I'm suing that company for stealing my likeness.
Back here in San Diego.
I messaged the one person that went out with me on my birthday on Facebook, and I was like, I thought there was no footage on my birthday.
That's in for a strike.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe
Yeah.
get around the
I
bases
tagged her on Facebook.
and pick up a run.
On the ground, right side. Boy, takes it himself. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out
The
of the air.
backlash against Hurd is only growing.
Another ground ball. Good
2
execution.
million people have signed a petition to replace her in Aquaman. Well, somebody was just like, well, she has a contract. I'm like, then pay her out. I was like, if they're paying her $5 million for the movie,
Strike 1.
give her $5 million because you're going to lose $5 million if she's in the movie.
0-2 as he waves at that one.
I'm like, just pay her out of a contract. The same thing as in sports. Like, if you owe somebody and you cut them, you pay them anyway, and then, you know, you move on. Basically what they would be doing.
Center field.
It's only a matter of time until I get 1,000 followers. I'm at 883 now.
Ball and brings it in.
Against the wall. He's in the middle of the outfield.
2 outs, base is empty. Next for Cincinnati, Colin Moran. And he's already singled in this game. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
You don't.
Next pitch misses, and the count even 1-1.
I once had a squeeze on, and the guy threw the ball right at me, and I took the bat and I held it like 12-6, and I butted it, and I was laughing running down the first baseline, and all I heard behind me was "motherfucker."
Stays alive.
We squeezed all the time when I was up the bat, and if there was anybody on base less than 2 outs, I was always butting.
Well, the hitter's got his timing down for the breaking ball. If you're a pitcher, if you can get that fastball in on the hands, could be
My one brother was the same way. When I coached him, we had a really fast guy who played short. He would get on, he would steal on the second pitch, and if my brother didn't have 2 strikes, we'd bunt him immediately so he'd get the third. And there was one time we were playing at Starts Field, and they had just repaired like the third baseline, and we were told no bunting. And I'm like, that's fucking dumb. I'm like, that's like telling the Warriors that they can't shoot threes, but okay. And I'd never told my team. I just forgot about it. And I was just talking to somebody down the third baseline, and my team, like every single game, he got on, stole second, and my brother bunted it. And when he bunted it, went like right in the mud. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. And the umpire's just looking at me. I'm like, I didn't tell him. I forgot. Like, my brother's looking at me like, what's wrong? And I'm like, we're not allowed to bunt, guys. And one of my players is like, so if I just chop it in the mud, am I automatically at first? I'm like, I don't know. Ask him the rules. I pissed off umpires so much. I once got thrown out of a game while sleeping. I had my nose reconstructed. And my third base coach and my first base coach were just riding the umpire the whole game, apparently. And I was so medicated, I was barely paying attention. I was like on the end of the bench, barely sleeping, barely awake. Just, I was out of it. And I remember the umpire walking over. He's like, who's in charge over here? And one of the players pointed at me. He's like, you're gone. And I'm like, what? Like, I just kicked you out of the game. I'm like, good, because I'm tired. He's like, walk away. My dad's like, really? You got tossed out of the game while sleeping? I'm like, I bet you can't top that one, can you? Because my dad's like all proud of his ejection stories. He once got kicked out for saying popcorn. Because the guy was just like, say one more word and you're thrown out of here. And he's like, popcorn. He's like, you're gone. He's like, okay, add that to the list. There was one game where he was asking for a new softball. He was a really good softball pitcher. And he was asking for a new ball. And the umpire was like, no, you can't have a new one. He's like, I need a new ball. This one's bad. He's like, no, you can't have a new one. He's like, I seriously need a new one. This is bad. And he's like, not until we lose that ball. And so my dad threw it in the woods. He's like, all right, I need a new one. One game he got thrown out. I'm going to stream on YouTube now. See where YouTube is, or Twitch is changing a bunch of their shit. They're taking away 70-30 for partners and it's going to 50-50 like affiliates. I guess. I mean, that was what some people said. They're like, are they trying to make people go to YouTube? Activity for being a partner anymore. Right. I mean, yeah, smaller streamers like that, but I mean, the smaller streamers get 50-50. Affiliates get a 50-50. It's partners that we're getting 70-30, and they won't get it anymore. So basically, there's no reason to be, and like people actually like, I guess, sued for PTSD or whatever because they actually got like hurt. I remember one where somebody got clocked, like wipeout style.
The fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
Next pitch is outside.
I don't either, but I just remember liking it.
That one in for a strike.
And like nobody ever did. I remember the very beginning was like everybody on a raft pulling on a rope. I just remember watching the show, and I think it was only on for like 2 years. It's like when I looked up Spider-Man, I used to watch that show all the time when I was in middle school, and that show was only on for like a year and a half, and I'm like, really? I remember there just being so many episodes.
And a swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes for the second time.
I don't remember.
Ramirez now with at the plate as he swings through strike one. King.
Remember American Gladiators? We had to shoot the target.
Hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against it.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory.
When you get to the very end, you have to shoot a rocket.
Next offering is
I remember the one game where you had to like run and put a ball in like a garbage can, and then they're all just running around like lacrosse style, knocking you out.
righty delivers.
Just shoulder blocking everything.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 up, 2 down. Now it's Franmil Reyes.
This Yankees one is pretty decent.
First pitch misses for ball one. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage.
No, I haven't done any yet.
Right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by.
And there's the third
I'm doing the
That'll
top.
do it for the
Oh, I can strike out all 3. I didn't know that.
Back in the Bronx, here's the left fielder, number 30.
Talk about Nickelodeon guts.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here, on your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Legend of the Hidden Temple has a 3.3 out.
The pitch.
Gum gum.
In for a strike. That's strike one. Next offering is in the dirt. A 1-1. Bounce to the right. Torres over to first. And that's one away.
And it's
as
pretty
the
far from.
leadoff man is out in the 8th.
You got to strike out all 3 in the inning. I keep getting up ground balls. Yeah, you're not in the same program. I'm doing the tops one. You're doing the new season.
Number 38. There's a strike.
No, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead because
I'm doing these for a YouTube video.
that closer's coming in.
Mr. Waffle Waffles here.
Misses and one down below the zone. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
I have 4 views on my Drunken Piss video already.
Here's Jose Ramirez for the 4th time tonight. And first offering is fouled off. And the right-hander deals. Foul ball. One down, base is empty. That misses the zone. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Aaron Allen's been around forever. How the hell did you hit that?
Pitch. Swings and misses.
Only one person viewed my Dusty's Diamond All-Star Softball on NES.
Franmil Reyes.
48 views on the last MLB one.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here, on your toes, ready to make a play.
Hey, until you watch it, don't knock it. Kind of like Drunken Fist.
In there for strike
And
one.
Moonwalker. And Whiskey and Zombies.
The next offering misses.
Hey, dum dum gum gum.
Next pitch is downstairs. And now 2-2.
Struck him out looking. We're done.
Righty strikes out the side.
Terry, 2 hits. 1 has to be an extra base hit. How original. Patriots are on the clock. At pick 54. Oh, geez. I got 7 comments. People must be arguing. This guy's get completely roasted about making fun of Johnny playing guitar. The female golfer just commented on your video. Yep.
One down. And stepping in for the Mariners, Ty France. Good contact guy, good defender. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average. But one of the things in today...
Within reason.
The value in the fact that
I'm not showing my balls.
righties and lefties. Base hit.
Yep. Do you have an EMT? EMT.
That's hard hit in the line.
No.
Merrifield racing in to make the
EMT.
catch.
EMT, these nuts in your mouth. Oh, okay. I don't know why I swung at that one.
Rolls across the diamond. Run scores, but it... Fought off foul. Runner at second.
Chiefs may look to add a wide receiver in day 3. Oh, in other news, the sky is blue.
Keep it on the corners.
Hard hit to third. That's the inning.
Tatis. Tatis. Not question. Yes,
In the air, center field. Back
absolutely.
there. Makes the catch.
He's fast and he's got power.
Into the wall.
And he's playing shortstop. So unless you've got a really good shortstop.
Concentration.
And he can play it.
Seattle.
I think he plays like 5 positions if you look at it. Should be 3 infield positions and all the outfield positions.
That one ran inside, almost got him.
In today's game, outs are valuable, so guys
You hit Y
aren't
on
just willing to give themselves up to advance a runner. They're trying to drive him in as well in the process.
Base hit into the outfield.
Ryan Howard has a good swing.
Safe. And we are tied. It's 4-4.
I better go. I better stop this and go get that done. Leave it. Eggplant everywhere in that video. I like the part where he's just waving.
Contact guy, good defender. In the air, left side. And Benintendi able to make the grab.
Just pulled off of it.
We should play that today. I'll message whatever her name is. What's your selection now?
And up next for Seattle, Ty France.
Batting second, the first baseman,
First offering in the dirt. In the air, left field.
Okay, Ryan Sandberg.
Benintendi on the move.
He should be fairly fast and he should have a good defense. But the way I always think about it is your relievers, you're going to have more of them that'll last in your lineup longer.
Brings it in.
And Billy Wagner has a pretty solid delivery that you'll hit good timing quite a bit. And he's left-handed.
Clark.
I don't think Carpenter has very good defense, but I think he plays second and third.
That one ripped. And a base hit.
I just finished. Let me go look at the pack. It should be in the program for this season. Saw an interview with Mark Wahlberg, and he was talking about how he was in Uncharted for so long. He went from the lead role as this red ball is not hitting the spot like it usually does. I think it needs more alcohol. No, I'm doing my moments. Maybe after my moments. Maybe.
And now up to hit, Miguel Cabrera. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game.
What? It's online. Multiplayer. Events are the multiplayer. It'll probably be that you can't use certain players.
Miggy, swing and a drive, deep left field. That one's on its way. And it's
I'll get one hit. So they throw a pitch low and inside to Miguel Cabrera, and he hits it over the fence in the very first pitch. Okay, that's done. I got MacKenzie Gore. I keep thinking today's Saturday because I drank last night. And I started drinking real late. Surprised I'm as hungover as I am, as much as I threw up. Caught Dallas looking at it earlier. I'm like, no, get away from there. Poor guy's a Steeler. My dad and I were trying to figure out who the Falcons quarterback was.
We go to the bottom of the first, and now for the Phillies, Gene Segura.
Leading up for the Phillies.
Guy that's claiming he's a woman, his name on TikTok is literally David Sinclair. Sounds really feminine.
Next offering misses, and it's a ball and a strike. 1-1. Here's a 1-1. And he chases a high fastball there. Ground ball up the middle. Base hit.
What is it, Valorant?
Through the infield.
You can be all pissed off like the guy that I stabbed.
Hoskins up to the dish.
You get stabbed in Valorant, it's pretty bad. I don't think if I've gotten stabbed. You can hear people from a mile away.
Stays alive. Segura aboard here at first with nobody out.
Plus, I'm bad.
This one misses, and the count is 1-2. And a swing and a miss, and one away.
Like, you know how long it probably took me to walk to him?
First pitch just misses. Next one is off the plate, and that's ball 2.
It's even funnier because he turned around and he was reloading as I was walking towards him.
History, the fastball down has been the
Like,
most
no!
successful
Stab, stab.
pitch. Guys can handle it a little bit better these days, but they of course still prefer something belt high.
It's a defensive end. It's the one that blew out his Achilles.
That's out number 2. Here's
I don't know why they
Castellanos.
say he's a linebacker because he's not. It's like what they used to do with Justin Houston and Definitely not a linebacker.
2 balls, no strikes to count.
It's like when Madden classifies Aaron Donald as a defensive end.
2-1
Steelers?
pitch is in there, and the count is even. A foul ball, he stays alive.
Imagine your quarterback having like the best season ever for their franchise, and yet it's not even better than Mahomes' worst.
And that is back here at the ballpark, bottom of the second. JT Real Muto steps in.
Because Emmitt Smith did everything.
Lauer, he has a
But look at Aikman's stats; they're horrendous.
for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. Got him.
That's why when he was trolling Patrick Mahomes, people were like, "Are you an idiot?"
Schwarber comes up to hit here.
The right fielder, Kyle.
First pitch, and he just misses.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. 2 away now. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the third baseman, Alec Bohm. First offering, and it just misses. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have a laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch-to-pitch execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
Next offering misses, and that's ball 3. Ouch.
That's one of those lookout pitches. As soon as it leaves the pitcher's hand, you start bracing for impact, knowing that it's going to be hard to get out of the way of that one.
Johan Camargo takes the strike there as he stands at the plate now. Swing and a miss. Now 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that is that.
Hockey's under the timing seems pretty solid. Football's pretty bad. Basketball is okay. It's bad. Oh, one more moment, and I get my Yankees reliever. Look at you trying to decide what gender I am. I mean, you have a picture of a guy. Your TikTok name is David Sinclair. Pretty safe bet that and you're trolling a female. Pretty safe bet that you're not a female. And again, I'm being followed now by disguised white girl. And Jade, the gay animal lover. It's bad. It's not as bad as that one RPG that I can never remember the name of. The lesbian RPG Battle Hunter or something like that. Or the boyfriend dungeon lover or something like that. That's on Game Pass. Okay, that's a little excessive, painting your face and everything for the draft. Okay. That's an old guy with grills throwing up the peace sign sideways.
So the batting order turns over. Here's Byron Buxton.
The center fielder, number 25, Byron.
And there's something you don't see very much in today's game.
Charge.
These home fans, they are making
Charge.
noise, putting pressure on that pitcher out there.
And it's 1-1.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate.
Why is there a person in a straitjacket hanging upside down on the stage? What in the name of Las Vegas are they doing right now?
And prevent that run from scoring.
Next pitch is outside.
Does it look like a woman?
Like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
What does this have to do with football?
And a 3-2. Up the middle, Anderson.
Supposed to hit a home run. He throws me ball 4, low and away. Great.
Comes in. Here's Byron Buxton.
Well, if he gets the save here, he's going to have earned it. Just getting through.
I mean, it's probably because they're in Vegas, but still. Next year, we gonna have ribs before the draft.
And there's something you don't see very much in today's game, the pitch out.
These home fans, they are making a lot of noise, putting pressure on that pitcher out there.
That one down the line. Oh, nice play. Nice.
You playing co-op or event? Yeah. I didn't know if he went to the event. Yep. And that was allegedly tied.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Twins lineup. And now the center fielder, Byron Buxton.
25. Byron.
And a foul ball.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield. Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers. They
Tony Gonzalez is there.
get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it. But this is where they
I know he's supposed to announce all the picks for the Chiefs in this round. It'd be funny if they traded him all.
Left center field, way back there, and it slams off the bottom of the wall.
Joke's on you, Tony. We got no picks today. Go home.
This one's over, and they walk it off with it. Back to the top of the lineup, and now it's going to be Byron Buxton.
Number 25. Byron. Buxton.
These home fans, they are making a lot of noise, putting pressure on that pitcher out there.
And that one lifted in the air, center field. Paisley.
I hate
this one.
the hit the home run moments, especially the ones that you only get one swing to do it.
Third, to the plate, save. And we are tied. And they've tied it again.
Well, he's always capable of losing one over the...
Why's that?
Here's Byron Buxton.
The center fielder. Number 25.
Probably playing music.
Byron.
And first offering is fouled off.
Your
I
teammate?
think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Right field, down the line, and that one.
He's got a YouTube, like in his title.
The 0-2. Bounce to the left side. And that's
I just killed the guy leading off a third.
here's the 0-2.
And I swung at one in the dirt.
Chases that one in the dirt. Gets the out, 2 down after the strikeout.
Well, maybe approaching this at bat with a bit too much determination.
Key departures, Ronald Jones. Oh, darn. Where did he go?
Here's the center
10 teams not pick in the first round.
Buxton.
I was right yesterday.
Byron. Buxton.
First offering misses the mark.
I think ultimately you want to tie
I'm surprised one of them wasn't the Patriots.
on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Winning run stands at second.
Well,
Like they never drafted in the first round where Brady was there.
So many swings right now, and see this offense doing it one man to the next, showing a lot of fight right now, and they're making it difficult for the back end of this bullpen to close out
The
this game.
Bucks need offensive line. Oh boy, so that means that Brady's going to get hit this year? Huh.
This to third. Fires to first.
See, they're going to need him here soon.
They get the second out, but the run scores.
Jimmy Garoppolo. Sky Moore. I think I just saw both their names.
So the batting order turns over. And here's
I think they
who
picked
wins
fairly
the
early.
Byron Buxton.
Byron Buxton.
These home fans.
I want to say they pick in the
making
40s.
a lot of noise, putting pressure on that pitcher out there.
Righty to the plate. And there's the strike.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield. Really been able to slow down the game tonight with his at-bats.
Oh, they're in the 60s. I don't know when they picked.
So far, he doesn't look anxious at all.
He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. That one's got a chance. Gone!
Hey, we finally got it. Thanks to him tipping it over the fence. We definitely want to add him to the bullpen. Oh, wow. You never replaced Dibble?